Welcome to this third and final video on my experience aboard Galeon Andalucia. First of all, a little bit about myself. Age 17, I joined the Merchant Navy as a deck officer cadet. As part of that, I sailed across the world, including a circumnavigation of the globe, across the Pacific, across the Atlantic, Red Sea, and then back to sunny Hull. And also, I worked on car carriers a bit, going from the Tyne across to the Baltic. Once a week we would do this, up to Gdansk and Hanko, and sometimes Emden, Svelvik. Also South China Sea on cable ships, helping install and repair fibre optic cables around that area of the world. I realised that I didn't want to do that for a job, however, and so for the last few years I've basically stuck to doing boats for enjoyment, which I recommend. So here we are taking the Tian Pilot on board. My great-granddad was a Tian Pilot. And my dad was a pilot, not on the River Tyne though, so yeah, I've got a strong affinity for pilotage. I think that the person on the left, or certainly someone on that boat, has a Facebook page and YouTube channel, and they do lots of videos of boats, which I include later on. Have a look at them. I'll include a link to their channel. Bye bye, Mr. Pilot Boat. A couple of members of the crew teaching each other how to coil ropes. Here's the damaged south pier of the River Tyne. I grew up with that light flashing on the inside of my bedroom wall. I grew up learning to fish on there. I used to catch a lot of mackerel. The North Tyne pier is also damaged, but not as much. Here you can see some of the stoneworks come away. That storm absolutely just wreaking carnage. There's the Tynemouth Sailing Club. Here's a video. I think this person must work on the pilot boat. I'm not sure in what capacity, but Ready Steady Shoot Photography. Have a look at their, I think it's mainly a Facebook page. If you like ships, if you like the River Tyne, this is absolutely the Facebook page for you. There's the groyne there, as it's called, which I think featured on some barber jacket promotional material. I went fishing off there actually a few weeks ago, caught nothing, but nobody was catching anything, so I don't feel too bad about that. You can see here that coming in, she had a bit of a headwind, so the drones will be fighting against it. On board there was an ITV news crew. They tried to use a drone when we were out at sea, but they seemed to not be able to do it reliably, and I think they were worried about losing the drone. You got a bit of wind coming off the port side. It looks like it's come around a bit there. What was really good to see is just the sheer amount of people who came out to the to watch it come in, particularly at the mouth, South Shield side mostly, to be honest. Loads of people coming out. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from South Shields. Also, I'm not sure if you can see the yellow jacket on the left there, on the uppermost deck. That's me. So there was me and another sort of passenger on board, basically called John. And we just stood there and waved as much as we could to people. We did not want to leave anyone who'd made the effort to come down and watch this ship feel like they weren't getting waved back. So yeah, you will see plenty of waving happening. There we go, John demonstrating the waving. That's how waving's done. It's good fun. I quite like the whole waving at boats thing. It's you put yourself in a bit of a vulnerable position by waving at a boat. Are they going to wave back? Are they not? But I think, it's quite an irresistible urge to wave back, I think, if there's a boat waving at you. Here we have Princess Seaways, I believe. This gave us a very loud toot on the old whistle. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't toot back, if I'm honest. But I think we didn't have a whistle. He is an absolute likely lad on, I think, an inflatable kayak. I wouldn't fancy doing that. Oh, we got another angle of the inflatable kayak here. This by someone on Facebook called Nikki Bales. Thank you very much, Nikki, for this video. You can see that, I think the speed limit's 6 knots, I believe, in the Tyne. Looks a little faster there, if I'm honest. Maybe ever so slightly. The pennants look amazing there on the top, don't they? who have another cruise ship that was in the Tyne. This is just next to Royal Quays, I believe. Quite a lot of cruise ships go there. If you ever feel like looking at a cruise ship, just go down to Royal Quays, and there's a good chance there'll be one in. A lot more than there used to be. Here's the scrap metal dock. I believe this is a scrap metal dock. I think that went on fire the day after. The scrap metal dock. Here we're getting on towards sort of St. Peter's Basin area. Past St. Peter's there. I was running out of batteries a little bit, so I was a little bit sparing on the video. This is actually my wife and kids on the dock who were coming to wave me in after not seeing me for a killer 24 hours. Not even that, probably that was just the morning. He's the first mate on the wheel. A lot of rotations needed to get much helm on the wheel. They knew what they were doing though. It's quite cool. And it also makes it for a very, very good like visual. Couple of crew over the side. I think they were preparing fenders here because we were going port side too. Swinging around in this slightly bigger area just next to the ooze burn. Next to the bike hub. The cannon! We fired the cannon. I'll be honest, it was very loud. And if you were on the dock or the quay, like, you would have absolutely had kittens, let's put it politely. Here we got people coming to watch it. You see people walking along the quay as quickly as they can without running. You see the blue BMW on the dock there, forward. A monkey's fist hit that on the boot and dented it, and they had to change insurance details. Okay, thanks for watching this. This is the little walk around after we docked, and this is where ships like this used to go. Thanks for watching, take care, and don't forget to like and subscribe.